We're about to talk about some very real things, okay? We've had some fun, we've spent some time playing games, but one of the things that we talked about earlier today was like the positivities and telling yourself you can do things, telling yourself you can, overcome this or overcome that, focusing on your positives, not your negatives, right? What you think about, what you focus on becomes a reality. This is good.
Gosh, you're just so excited.
You've got the rhythm of the hands. Let's get the rhythm of the feet. I should? Okay, who's our tail? Who's holding up the end?
We went hiking today, and most of the youth got out and they went about 50 feet and said, this is no good. But Wes and I and the other adults, we challenged them to go forward. We challenged them not only to physically go forward, but emotionally and mentally go forward, to talk to each other, to communicate with each other, to ask each other questions, and then to share what the other person had to say with the rest of the group.
So Tyra, why don't you start us off, and then talk a little bit about Crystal, and then Crystal, you can talk a little bit about Tyra.
Okay, so her advice, her childhood advice, doing things over again and trying your hardest, or okay, was that?
Yeah, that was close enough.
Okay.
So she could have lunch with any famous or any person, dead or alive. Who would it be?
It would be her mom, because she would want to get to know her mom better and to really form a relationship with her mom, because her mom passed away, and so she would want to get to form a relationship with her mom.
Was there ever any advice that you were given as a kid that you remember from a teacher or from any TV, anything that you remember?
Just keep going, don't turn back.
Awesome.
Her life-changing experience was the rodeo, right?
Rodeo is where you pretty much, I grew up around my grandparents, my aunt. They got me into barrel racing and everything, and I started doing it more, and they had these rodeo camp, and I loved it. And then we talked about what would our life would be if we didn't have it, or if we didn't have stuff for fun to do. And I've been going since I was little, so I kind of love it.
Awesome.
And I still keep going.
There you go. Game changing for sure. And that's part of it, guys. Yeah, thanks. Let's do that. Every single one of you can ask any other person at any given time when they're telling you a story. Tell me more. Everyone say, tell me more.
Tell me more.
Say it louder.
Tell me more.
Yes, TM squared.
It's so easy for every one of you just to go inside of yourselves, to forget about stuff, to say, no, we can't do it, can't happen. When I came up from around here and you guys were all down there and I was standing on top of here, none of you thought you could get up on top of this rock. Life, there's gonna be a lot of things that you think that you can't do, but you can. You're the only one that's standing in your own way. And just like getting up on this rock, there are gonna be people there to help you. There's gonna be people who reach out their hands. There's gonna be people who are willing to pull you up. It's you that have to ask for that. This goes on for about 37 miles. So if we want, we can pretty much go for 37 miles, or you can learn how to listen, how to communicate, and then how to share. You have to learn how to do this stuff.
Two things. What do a lot of us just want? We want somebody to actually hear us and listen to what we have to say. So remember that when you're hearing this, it seems like it's not something necessarily significant, but it's your opportunity to be heard and to truly have someone listen to you. And you can be that person for somebody else. Impossible? Do you know what makes up impossible? I am possible. So there is no such thing as possible. I am possible.
So yeah, you don't have to go into the nitty-gritty of your story. If there's things about your story that are still hurting you, let's work through that. But you're gonna see through these next couple of days that there's a lot of similarities. And we already set the stage, we said that. Your stories may be different, but the outcomes are the same. It does, it makes you feel good inside to realize like, wow, okay, they're going through something similar. They understand, they get it. But that'll never happen unless you learn how to communicate, how to listen, and how to share. Okay, we're gonna put your guys' listening skills to the test. I need all the youth to form a circle right here. Crystal, step in the middle of the circle. Okay, now close the circle. Now Crystal, you are gonna go and tell every single person one thing about yourself.
I'm not that interesting though.
Everyone's interesting.
Okay. I like drawing.
Okay.
I don't know. My favorite animal is a sloth.
I sing. I live in a small town, and I like to swim.
I was in a children's choir for 2 years. And I want to publish someday. I love hiding from people.
I love to travel.
I love singing. I play the trumpet. I am an only child.
I've had a girlfriend of 7 months. I like skateboarding. I like camping.
I have 2.5 grandpas.
What?
I want to go to a mission orphanage in Peru.
Do you know that if I would have said, get in the middle of the circle and tell everyone one thing you hate about yourselves, I almost guarantee you none of you would have paused. That's a problem. You want to know the secret to starting to feel better inside? Start talking about the things you love, not the things you hate.
Scary, huh?
It's the belief part.
On the way back, we were able to celebrate, and that's where we had that ice cream, and that's when songs sort of broke out, and that's when people started to become affected by it.
No, you got to start. No, just start like you did. Go, do it again. Sing, ladies, go. Okay, yeah.
Something to share with you now.
Oh.
So, the students at Cashin, even by the end of the school year, you're still making a difference, even people who didn't have one-on-ones with you. So, we wanted to share with you. Whoa!
Thank you so much.
Yeah.
And they're green.
Yeah, like the last time you were in our school.
Yeah. So,
Aw.
and I actually haven't signed it yet because yeah, so I need to sign.
Thank you so much.
Yeah.
Aw, this is awesome. We're about to talk about some very real things, okay? We've had some fun, we've spent some time playing games. We had a great day today. Your guys' communication skills are vastly improved. I've even just been watching you guys around camp and watching you guys interact with each other. But one of the things that we talked about earlier today was like the positivities and telling yourself you can do things, telling yourself you can, overcome this or overcome that. Focusing on your positives, not your negatives, right? What you think about, what you focus on becomes a reality. I firmly do believe that you can get through the things that you've gone through in life and heal from them, but they still have a permanent imprint on who you are as a person, and it's your choice of whether you allow them to be something that makes you feel or act like a victim, or there's something that makes you do and act like a hero. So with that said, before we end the night, is there anybody that wants to share thoughts from today, things they wrote down, anything?
The edge of tomorrow is only a couple days away. So for now, all I can do is sit and wait. To the day I realized I was never fully awake.
Trees stand oppressively over my shoulder, and the crickets penetrate and consume my hearing, while all I can see is light. Sunlight, their light, and my fight against myself and nature and happiness. I don't want this to work, not yet. Why can't this wait until I'm 18, breathing, living? I can fake happiness, but once it's real, I reel back, feel what I lack, and won't pick up my slack. Just let me reconcile with my trials.
As the day ends, so does my bubble. As I relate, trust is earned. The key. As I use the key to open the gate. As I'm running from my demon. I dive blindly into the haystack, not knowing about the needle. As the needle pierces my soul, I become wary of his presence, and I use it to get rid of the demon.
I started self-harming when I was about 11 because I started to hate myself when my parents got divorced. Felt like they were the reason they were screaming at each other, and my mom got into her drug use, and my dad started being an alcoholic. And then when I was about 12, I decided to start drinking to take away what I felt about myself. And I struggled with alcohol, and I still do, because I felt like I was the problem and that I shouldn't be here, that everything would be better if I wasn't here. But I realized today that I am who I am, and I need to be more accepting of myself. Not everything's my fault.
Thank you so much. So tomorrow, we're going to the ocean. Tomorrow, we're going to the beach. Tomorrow, you don't wear long pants and sweatshirts. Tomorrow, everyone is going to go into the ocean. And tomorrow, everyone is going to be dressed in a way that you can have fun at the ocean. And I know right now, half of you are crawling in your skin, trying to think of every excuse you can possibly think of as to why you can't do that, you won't do that, or you're embarrassed to do that. And that's okay.
There are some of you who are crawling in your skin about taking your shirt off tomorrow, or being in a bathing suit, or being out in public, or any of that stuff. Guess what? I am with you 100%. 37 years old, I have a beautiful wife, I have 3 kids, and I still worry about this stuff. It doesn't just magically go away. But like Wes said, where you put your focus is what you feel, and if you focus all of your time and your energy on who you aren't, you'll never see who you are, and what you are is amazing. All of you have gifts, all of you have strengths, all of you are on this planet for a reason, and if you don't see that, if you only focus on why you shouldn't be here, you're never going to be able to share with the world why you are. You matter.
There's a lot of power in hearing somebody's journey through darkness, right? through somebody's personal struggle. You want to know why? Because it gives you hope. Not hope that that you're in a burning building and someone's going to come save you, but hope that you can be talking about how the journey's hard, but you know how to get through things. Not this hopeless feeling of nobody understands me, nobody gets me, I'm not, good enough. Hope is having the understanding that somebody else has gone on a journey similar to yours and is moving forward. Not stagnant, not going backwards, but moving forward.
Unbelonging, creatures of the night, winding, untaming, unraveling, sweetening, climbing, creatures of the trees, flighting, picking, breezing, unholding, ungoing, creatures of the mountains, creatures of pieces, creatures of air, creatures of here, creatures of beauty, creatures of human.
You guys live in this world where you think you have to have thousands of followers and friends to be relevant. No, you don't. You need one. That's it. But we do know that we're here for a reason. Every one of you is starting to find out why you're here. And you're starting to feel it all the way into your bones. But you know why you're here. So we need to take the next 2 days and make these the best 2 days you guys have ever had.